But right now we should be working that prediction. 10 seconds. Right now we're just making a prediction. Question 3, right now we're just making a prediction. Yes, sir. Yeah, freshman year. We're going to go ahead and come back in 5. Finishing up our predictions in 4. Submitting our responses in 3. We're still sitting real slant in 2. Tracking the speaker and getting ready to share in 1. Geneva immediately turned to me. She has her eyes on me, so it's charisma, so it's next to me. We're gonna look back and then look back and be like, Mr. Green, I did too. I got you. I catch on, no worries. Let's talk about it. I saw a lot of similarities around the room with the equations you guys came up with for number 2. So we're gonna go ahead and dive right into it. We have an equation to represent Marcus. And I'm gonna go ahead and start off with that function notation that we actually came up with in the very first question. And we also have one for Philip. What expression did you guys come up with to represent how much money Marcus is saving per week? Check out. 10. What? What did M represent for you? Marcus? Okay. So if you guys used a different variable in your problem, I saw maybe some of you also had X. That's okay. Just remember that we have to stay consistent. Okay. So if we use W to represent the amount of weeks, then any W should also be used in this expression as well. But if you use M in yours or T or something else, that's fine, okay? So we have 10W, and what did the 10W represent? Someone else? Jesse?
10W is per week.
So weeks and the 10 itself?
The money, money
What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Can you elaborate more on that?
Because the problem is that they both earn $10 a week. So 10W would represent like the rate of money that they
The rate. So now we're talking about the rate of change. So 10 per week. That's how we get 10W. Yes. Towards the board. All right. So we have the 10W piece. And can someone add on to the rest of this equation? Yesenia. Why is it plus 25? And he already starts with 25, so this is our starting point. What about the equation to represent what Philip has saved them? Erica.
I have 10W, which represents the $10 per week.
So Philip is also saving $10 per week, and thank you for providing that reasoning. And what else can we add onto this equation? Manny.
Plus 40, he already has $40 saved up in one bond for the summer.
So $40 already saved up. Again, this is our starting point. So we have 2 different equations. Did anyone's equations look different? I saw for the most part they were pretty much the same throughout the entire one. Alright, which is why I thought it was really easy for us to kind of just jump right into this. Alright. And now question 3 asks you guys to predict when Marcus and Philip, predict when Marcus and Philip will have the same amount of money saved, and to use your functions to help you determine your predictions. So I'm gonna leave the functions up there so we can keep looking at them. Let me slide it down a little more to get that bright light out the way. Yeah, that works. Alright. So I want to hear some predictions. What do you guys have? Let's talk. Right now we're all tracking Rita. Rita, what's up? Talk to them.
They will never have the same amount because it didn't say the same amount of money every week, and Philip already had more than Marcus, so they will never match up.
See some connections around the room. Can someone revoice on this side of the room what she just said? I just want to make sure we all heard Rita's explanation because it's not very detailed and very descriptive. Felicia, we're trying Felicia right now.
It would never add up because they put 10 in each week, so it never be the same.
Why would it never be the same? They are putting the same amount each week, but what about those equations make it so that they would never be the same? Charisma.
The starting point, so it's like $5 less than Philip because this has 25 and not 40. So it's not even.
They're starting from 2 different points. Manny?
If you look at that line equation, the y equals ax plus b, that 10 and w is like the ax, so it means they have the same slope, so they're going down at the same rate, so they're parallel.
So now we're making a connection Now we're making a connection with the equation of a line, okay? And you threw a big word out there, you said parallel. We've seen parallel lines, right? It's the best thing, when it comes to geometry, we can use some of this stuff, right? And you said that they both have the same, what do they have in common? So they have the same slope, so that's our A. So A equals 10 in one equation, A equals 10 in another equation. And then, what did you mention about the starting points? That everyone else is pretty much the same the entire time. One is higher than the other. We have one at 25, and we have one at 10. This is important. I'm going to leave that there, because we're going to come right back to it. Thank you. I love it when you guys correct me. That's what everyone is saying. Why? Erica, why will they never meet?
I don't know, I just thought it would, at some point.
At some point? We've seen that in the last couple of problems, right?
I mean, because if one is starting at 25 and one is starting at 40, okay, so one, I'm just imagining. So one is gonna be 25 is gonna be down here and then 40. But once they go by 10, at some point the one that's going at 40 is gonna be a little bit higher and it's gonna meet the 25 that's going by 10.
So we have a few predictions now. So these were just predictions, right? So we have a few predictions around the room. Some people may feel like they may meet at some point. Some of you guys may feel like they will never cross because of where they're starting from. There's some big ideas, but because they're just predictions, right? Let's prove it.
Are we gonna find out?
Excites me that I'm so eager. I'm just as eager as you to find out. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and jump right in. So you can prove your prediction by solving and graphing a system of linear equations. We actually know how to do that. All right. Question 4. You guys are going to rewrite each function using x and y. I already saw some of you using y and x in your expressions. So we're going to substitute y for the output. We're going to substitute x for the input. I'm not going to focus on that right now. You guys are going to handle that on your own. Okay? But down here, question 5, we have about 5 parts. So you guys are going to describe the slope, what the slope represents in this problem. Manny already kind of started that for us, so that's really a good segue into those 2 questions. If you think about our equation of a line and what the slope means in these problems, okay? How do the slopes compare? How do the y-intercepts compare? And what's different about them? Also, what we kind of just jumped ahead and got into right away. Were you scrolling down? Okay. Good? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then for question 6, this is where we're going to answer that question. All right. So Erica, right? This is where we're going to come to a conclusion and find out using the substitution method, which is what we've been doing pretty much all day and for most of last week, to figure out when will these 2 guys have the same amount of money saved up. Questions 5 and 6, I'm going to give you guys 10 minutes to work on with your shoulder partners again. We're still using our level 1 voices. We're still working effectively and efficiently. You guys are killing it. Let's go ahead and rock it out. Let's do it. 10 minutes. Jesse and Charisma automatically turned and talked right away. They've gotten started on that question.
It's like grabbing it in your own.
Awesome. Questions in the back?
A and B is the same question. A and B is the exact same question.
Is it the exact same question?
Just describe what the slope of the line represents in this problem.
You know what? I just wanted to catch you off guard. But you guys figured it out. So once you answered A, you already had B taken care of. You can go ahead and move on to the next one.
I'll just put the same as.
I think what they meant to ask was, what does the slope represent in the equation, and what is the slope? How does it relate to the context?
Or it could just be one.
True. True.
I'll just skip
You go with your interpretation of it. You guys are working great. Let's go. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh! Why are you going back there? Oh, have faith in Erica, man! Yes, you can. You totally can. What? Who's asking? That's what Jesse and Charisma just put out. So you guys can skip down to C.
See, basically the same thing.
The slope, yes, 10. I mean, yeah, right? Pretty straightforward. What I really want us to focus on right now, guys, because we did a great job of answering number 5 as a class, is number 6. So if you guys haven't already gotten to number 6 at this point, let's go ahead and start proving this. Let's prove this point. Let's see whether or not these two boys will have the same amount of money saved up after a certain amount of time.
So we go to what? 6?
Let's skip down to 6, because I think we have a really good understanding of what's going on with the slope and y-intercept in this problem. Let's go ahead and start working on this algebraic.
Can I do the homework?
You definitely can't do it in your notebook. Alicia actually just started doing that in her notebook, and I'm assuming she's going to take a picture and upload it right afterwards. And I'm going to cut the lights on for some of you guys working in your notebook so that you can have a clear picture of it when you submit it. I hear the word substitution floating around the classroom. That's definitely one of the methods we could use that we've been working on. That thinking, what do we call that? I don't know either, but it looks good. Jaquel and Geneva, they're starting to get their algebraic proofs going on. Oh, no, you're on. Yes. Why would you use a substitute? You already have the substitute. You already substituted. This wasn't by itself. This was MCW equals, this was PW. No.
Okay, so then we would check
Yes.
They knock on that, okay, fine. I'll ask a serious question.
Ask me a real question.